Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to pretty much be a video on how I got my job out of nursing school and how you can get your own dream job straight out of nursing school. So let's get into it. My background is I was a new grad. I went to a 4-year university, got my BSN, and graduated and started my job within 2 months of graduation in a medical ICU at a very great hospital. So that's pretty much my spiel, background and all that. I graduated last May 2018. I would say that I started my job search very early. I remember during winter break, I started looking at positions open. I knew that, you know, these positions weren't going to be open by the time I was going to graduate, but I just kind of got a feel as to what positions look like on a listing site. I just looked at numerous hospitals within my area and even not around where I lived, so that I could see, you know, the areas that I potentially wanted to work in and what were great hospitals. One of the biggest tips of advice that I got before graduating was don't rush. Don't feel like you have to rush and that you aren't going to be able to find a unit or a position that you would like to find. I definitely was thankful for that, because a lot of times when you're in school and you see other people accepting jobs, taking positions, you feel that, oh my gosh, I'm behind, I need to take a job, I need to find a job, and you kind of get desperate instead of figuring out what you want to do and a unit that is going to be best for you and the best learning experience for you. So out of school, I knew that straight off the bat, after my critical care rotation, I wanted to do ICU. I knew that that was going to be a challenge as a new grad because a lot of ICUs don't take new grads. So I definitely looked for hospitals that did have new grads, positions open for the ICU. So like I said, I started in December just looking through job postings, looking at the hospitals that I wanted to work at. A great thing to look out for is a magnet certified hospital. That just means that those hospitals have high patient satisfactions and certain criterias to meet magnet status, and that's obviously a great hospital to work in. So I would just keep that in mind. The one that I work in is not on a magnet certification, but I still love it. So when I started applying for jobs, I would say I started applying in February. For my nursing school, it was kind of hush-hush. People didn't really talk about jobs, job search, and things like that, jobs that they were applying to, because I think that they just didn't want to admit that they were already applying, or if they didn't get the job that they wanted, they just didn't want people to know. So I just started in February. I started applying for jobs. I applied to so many jobs and never heard back, just because I was applying everywhere, whether or not they were looking for new grads or wanted nurses with experience. I just applied. I did only the units that I felt I wanted to work on, just ICU settings. I didn't really apply for anything else. I was strictly looking for an ICU. So it was pretty narrow search for me. Just make sure when you are applying, the thing that I think that really helped me, because I got a job pretty much at a hospital where I didn't know anybody working there. I had no recommendations from people that worked there. I didn't work there myself as a patient care tech, so I really got the job based on my resume and my cover letter. Cover letters are big. At least from my experience, I think that my cover letter is what got me my job. You want to make sure that you have a cover letter that is pretty much explaining why you would be a perfect fit for that unit in that position. Make it very detailed and specific to the exact job that you're applying to. You can obviously change it around for different jobs and kind of keep that same template, but I would say make it specific so that they know that you're genuinely making an effort to be on that unit and to be in that hospital. So I would say work on a cover letter. Just Google any cover letter. You can get different ideas from examples on Google. If you have a career center at your school, try to get an appointment with a career specialist or a writing center to kind of get that writing down, so you have a template and that you can use that template to then change different things for different units that you're applying to. So definitely take time to invest in a good cover letter. I think that was a big reason why I got selected for my position. So yeah. Also, you want to make sure that you have a great resume. I think that your resume should be sweet and simple. You should definitely have your experience. Try to include some clinical experience in there and what you've learned through your clinicals to kind of make it nursing geared, because prior to applying for these jobs, I really had a resume that was pretty basic. It wasn't nursing specialized or nursing related at any way. So I really tried to implement things from my clinical experiences and things that I've learned onto my resume so that it reflected my nursing background. With that being said, if you're still in school and you're not near graduation but you're heading towards that direction, I would say get a patient care tech job at a hospital or a unit that you are interested in. There's always a need for patient care tech, and being that and having that experience is so big. I personally was never a patient care tech, and that's one thing that I kind of regret, but the school that I went to and the area that I was in school was not where I wanted to work. So if I had worked in one of those hospitals, I wouldn't have stayed in the long run anyways. I would have ended up moving to where I'm working now. So I would definitely suggest looking at PCT jobs and just getting that tech experience, because a lot of times once you're done with school and they know you're a nursing school and they know you're a tech, they will offer you a position. That's a great way to showcase your working ability, your work ethic, and get your foot in the door without having to worry at the end of senior year whether or not you'll be on a unit that you like. And you'll also know whether or not you actually enjoy that unit. You'll know whether or not you will fit in, or if that's the unit that you want to work on. I think it's just great experience. Getting hands-on experience in the hospital is definitely going to kind of give you that jump step when you are ready to work as a nurse. Another tip that I would definitely say for anybody looking for a position as a new grad is making sure you shadow places. Make sure that you shadow, because that is really going to give you the best indicator as to whether or not you are going to enjoy that unit. If those are the patients that you want to take care of, the setting that you want to be in, it's really going to give you an idea before starting your job whether or not you think you're going to be a good fit for that unit. So I would definitely say take the opportunity to shadow, even if, like I've said before, if you don't know whether or not you want to work in a specific specialty, take that time to shadow and get that experience and see whether or not you feel like you're going to be a good fit there. I think that that was a great thing that I was able to do when I applied for my job. They had us come in for a day and just spend the morning with a nurse, shadowing them, seeing what their everyday, day-to-day tasks were. So yeah, those are just quick, simple tips. Whether you're in the search for a job or you are getting to that stage in your nursing career where you are beginning to look for jobs, just be aware of the hospitals around you, know what are good hospitals, what are hospitals you want to work for, and making sure that you get a good idea of a unit that you want to be on. Don't feel like you have to be on med-surg. It is not a requirement to be on a med-surg as a new grad. Don't let people tell you that, because if I had started on med-surg, I don't know if I would love nursing as much as I do. I know a lot of people will tell you start on med-surg. You do not have to start on med-surg. You can do whatever unit you want. If you know that you want to be on a unit and you want to get experience, I think it's awesome to get your foot into the door right after graduation. And you know, honestly, if you don't like a unit and you feel like, oh, I don't like this, I don't want to be here forever, nursing is a beautiful thing where you can leave that and go do something totally different and still be a nurse. So take your time. Nursing is a great field. There are so many jobs out there. You will always have an opportunity to work and you will always have a job. So don't feel pressured, don't feel rushed. Take your time and take a job that you want to do. So I hope that this video was helpful for you guys. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. It was quick, simple. I didn't want to get too much into it. I will be making a video on my first year experience as a nurse very soon. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I'm going to be trying to put out more nursing content. Leave any video suggestions in the comment section below. If any of you guys have any questions, I try to always answer them in the comment section, so be sure to do that. Also, you can follow me on my social media, my Instagram, that I will link down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye guys.